and gentlemen, ahead of this 43rd World Final, we take this opportunity to recognise a man who many from the sport are indebted to. A man who formed the BDO in 1973, awarded an OBE for his services to sport in 2004, and passed away in November 2019, aged 90. Darts friends and family and members of the BDO, let's celebrate Ollie Croft, OBE. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 2020 BDO World Men's Final now. Josh Clough is referee in charge of this. The game decided by the best of 13 sets.
So who is going to be the pride of Wales tonight? To follow, Leighton Rees in 1978, Richie Burnett in 1995, and Mark Webster in 2008. Jim Williams there, the younger man at 35, or Wayne Warren, 57 years old, who would become the oldest ever BDO world champion were he to prevail. I just hope it's going to be special, and to see the pair of them do themselves justice, Tony O'Shea.
Well, it's going to be a night of history, whatever. Two Welshmen playing each other in the final for the first time. Could be the oldest player. But whoever wins it, it's going to be history for him. It doesn't mean anything. The money, anything. They'll never have this taken away from them. Become world champion.
Well, I was speaking to Wayne earlier on, and he almost had tears in his eyes when he was speaking to me. He said, it's a dream come true. I never really thought as a young fella that I'd ever be here doing this. But he's improved, he's kept getting better and better, and as you've already heard in the run-up to this, in the route to the final, he's actually been outscoring Jim Williams, who is the betting favourite at 6-4 on, but Wayne Warren is the man who's been banging in the big numbers and scoring a prodigious number of 180s and starting well here.
Yeah, he's at it again, and if you didn't know darts and just looked at a piece of paper with all the figures on, it'd be Mr. Warren who'd be the big favourite here. As you said, he shows so much emotion. Them interviews, there's almost tears in his eyes just talking how big this would be for him.
43.
Well, I always love to see sportsmen and people in any walk of life really who wear the heart on their sleeve. I think it's an appealing trait, and Wayne's certainly got that. But Jim's been close, he's been a good player for a long time, and you've already heard about his friendship with Glenn Durrant, who'll have been, he may be on holiday in Tenerife at the moment, but he'll be giving him plenty of advice, you can guarantee that.
Yeah, they've been on the phone most of the week, to be honest. Very close, good friends. Two great players.
So Wayne on a finish at 1-1-5. Ton 40 here for Jim Williams to put him in a good place. Just struggling to find the treble.
60. Wayne, you require 115.
Well, this has been one of the high points of his game this week. The 180s in the finishing. He's in 95. Can't do it now. Leave 76.
Oh, good darts. That's a nice setup. Tidied it up beautifully. So 160. Theoretically, yes. But realistically, on this occasion, no.
Yeah, he just scored that 60. 220's last shot. Needed a treble, maybe
59.
two, to put the pressure on.
Wayne, you require 16.
Well, 15 darts to here. How's his doubles going to serve him in this early stages of the match? Needs this. Ooh, taking his time, but tucks it away.
Yeah, it took 18 darts in the end. Doesn't matter, first leg. Just want to get it on the board.
First, game on.
This is one thing I mentioned virtually every game Jim's had this week. When he's on form and firing, that first dart in the treble 20 is the big part of his game. He normally follows it in, not been doing it.
He hasn't been scoring as heavily as he can do. Here again, straight into the lipstick, as Sid Waddell used to call it. Wayne Warren, 135 on first visit.
of many names that Sid used to have for every piece on the board. His vocabulary was huge regarding darts. Most of them words I don't understand at all.
Commentating and darting legend.
100.
As these two men are hoping to become, following on a long tradition. So many great names have taken this trophy in the past. Each of them cherishing the dream
99.
of joining them.
Yeah, down in South Wales there. All three former champions from the South Wales area,
135.
deep in the valleys. Not just darts, there's a lot of sportsmen from down there. Boxing was a huge part of the Ronda.
Plenty of boxers from that part of the world. Do you know, once upon a time there were 80 pits in the Ronda Valleys. That was life down there. Mining community.
Yeah, tough men.
Absolutely. Made immortal by that film which got the best
91.
film award back in the 1940s, 41 I think it was, How Green Was My Valley.
A nice set up from Mr. Warren. 102 for Jim. Can't do it now, but we want to set up, try and put the pressure.
Tops.
In fact, it's 82, he's hit it. He wants double tops for the 102 finish.
Game shot on the second leg.
Well, there's the
Jim
hold.
Williams.
Despite being under the cosh, and that'll settle him down, get him into the game. It's what you want to see at an early stage. You don't want to see somebody going streaking away. You want to see a really competitive match, and that's good for what we're going to be enjoying for the next hour or two.
Yeah, 2 legs in. It's looking good for the rest of the evening.
Long trip to the title. First to 7 sets.
97.
We've seen some epics in the past. I wonder if this is going to be another one. What would your favourite final be, Tony? What do you think's the best one you've seen?
I think we've done a few clips on it this week. Obviously, rose tinted glasses here. I mentioned about the Andy Fordham win in 2004. Obviously, I've become a good friend of Andy's. I spent 2 or 3 years with him in the England setup, and to see him win it, probably the most popular winner ever in my eyes. And I was there that night and totally enjoyed it. Brilliant game.
81.
I enjoyed the Scott Mitchell final against Wolfie. I thought that was a cracker. Had some epic matches during the week. Scott Waits against Scott Mitchell was certainly one of them.
134.
Good visit from Jim Williams. Put him on a finish, 170. Seen it happen 3 times in this championship through the week.
60. Jim, you require 170.
3 Dutchmen did it. We need one of the Brits to come through and get it.
Martijn Kleermaker did it twice. Can't do it this time, so Wayne will get an opportunity at the old Shanghai treble, single, double on 20s.
Wayne, you require 120.
But it's looking as though it might be a must take with Williams. Needs a treble now. Yes, tops. Oh,
80.
just high. So, doubles 18 for break of throw.
Yeah, lovely cover shot from Jim there. 134 to leave 36.
Double 9, oohs and ahs from the committed crowd. And he sneaks it in. First break of the match.
Yeah, nice 14 darter there. And we talk about darts, and 15 darts is sort of the benchmark that those normal players would aim for. If you can win in 15, you're not going to be far away. And that was a break with a 14 darter there. Great leg.
First maximum.
180.
Takes this leg, and Jim Williams will take the opening set.
100.
Wayne will have other ideas. I think perhaps the most passionate supporter of Wayne Warren might be his daughter Lisa, who you'll undoubtedly here. She became a bit of an internet sensation a year or two back when she gave him huge support as he progressed. Little lad watching on as well. 5-year-old son Leo, named after his favourite musician, Leo Sayer. Bet Leo Sayer doesn't know that. He does now.
Yeah, I think Lisa got more TV coverage than Wayne, and he was actually playing in the match.
That's more like it.
140.
Just high with the third.
Jimmy require 142.
Actually leaves a bogey 166, but not a lot he could have done. But for the set, Jim wants 142. And he's popping that first dart in this match already. 82 left.
Oh, great dart. Tops for 142.
102.
A spectacular way to win the opening set.
Great effort.
Wayne can only put pressure on. He's on 101.
125.
Another treble.
Jimmy required
well done.
40.
But now Tops beckons.
Game shot on the
Excellent.
first set.
That's the sort of form that Jim Williams was hoping to produce and needs to maintain. Takes the opening set. It's 1-0 to the man from Prestane.
Second set, first leg. It's
Pristine, I should say.
Pristine darts as well. 2 legs there, 14 and 13 darters, them last 2 legs. That's class darts.
Something in Hereford, isn't it, Pristine?
Just on the border, I think. Again, it's only an early sample, but 100 average already.
137.
That's what I'm saying about the aim for them 15 darts. He's been around that, and 15 darts is 100.2.
And again, if you're a casual viewer coming into this for the first time, any average in the high 90s upwards is considered very good standard indeed. And both of them at the moment in 3 figures over the ton mark.
Yeah, bodes well for the rest of the match.
100.
Started right from the beginning. Both players are into it, trading punches and playing well, the pair of them. This could go along, this game.
60.
Another little statistic here, Tony. If Wayne were to win it with Snakebite's Peter Wright as new champion of the PDC, it would be the oldest combined age of the 2 champions, 106, which would go ahead of Phil Taylor and Wolfie in 2010.
Well, we'll just see if Jim can pop this out, and then obviously I've got a thought about that. He's got plenty of time. He's just playing his percentages. Lovely setup again.
Down to 32. He's playing well, Jim. He seems to have upped the ante from his previous performances.
83.
Just the wrong side of the wire with that third dart. So double 16 for a holder throw. 1-0.
And another 13 darter.
Game shot on the first leg. Jim Williams, second leg is
looking good, is Jim.
Game on.
What were you going to say about the combined ages?
Well, basically, I was going to say about obviously we hear about all these young players and your Leightons and your Keane Barrys and all these youngsters. I mean, it all seems to be about the youth these days. But wouldn't it be ironic that the 2 world champions in the world would be the oldest combined ever?
Well, it gives people with the odd grey hair, which I'm afraid I've got nowadays, it certainly gives you hope.
Well done, boys. One for the oldies.
Wayne Warren needs to get into the match, though. Went 2 down against Scott Mitchell, remember, and still won. But he was way off his game in the early stages of that one, in those opening 2 sets, averaging around 75. Much more at it so far. It's just that Jim Williams has played the stronger and hammers in his second maximum.
He's looking the part. Again, it's early and we shouldn't read too much into it. And Wayne has done absolutely nothing wrong so far. We are only in the second set.
Lisa Ashton, Mr. Harawini, very popular Maori visitor who was in competition earlier in the week.
I was really impressed with him. The first game he was superb, but not just his darts. I mean, he played well, but it was his whole character on the stage. His celebrations were wonderful.
85. Jimmy required 161.
After 9 darts, he's on a 161 finish again.
Wayne on 131, so break of throw if you can put this away. And he may have 6 from here.
Left.
64. Wayne, you require 131.
Final dart. So 131. Treble 13 maybe.
Well, it should be. Leave him 32 if he gets it.
Great dart. Well, a 131 is a brilliant check out. And he's done it!
The second leg. Wayne Warren. Third leg.
Seen some good stuff already. 1 set and 1 leg each. This final's warming up nicely.
Good atmosphere
60
here at the Indigo, at the O2. A lot of Welsh fans in the audience tonight.
100.
Yeah, they're such likeable guys, these two. I mean, obviously they won't be thinking about that on the stage tonight, but they get on so well, former teammates. But it's not just each other. Everybody loves them.
100.
His third maximum. Wayne Warren, normally the noted maximum hitter, but it's Jim so far.
Yeah, they always say the class players save it for the big games. And to be honest, Jim hasn't been at his best this week so far, but he's got there. He's done the hard work. Time to show off now and play your proper darts, Jimbo.
32.
Right on cue, he makes me look stupid.
Earlier in the week, he went on that cable car across the Thames. He said it was one of the most frightening experiences he'd ever had. He didn't realise till he got up there that it was blowing a gale. Got to the other side, and he thinks, "Oh, I'm going to get the tube, or I'm going to get a cab." And his mate who was with him, he said, "No, you're not. We've not got time. You've got to go back again." So by the time he got over here for his match, poor lad was in bits.
59.
Well, it sorted him out because he's playing brilliant, but they actually closed that yesterday morning. It was that windy around this part of London. And I know there's an airport not too far from here. I know they need a bit of wind for the airport, but
83.
to actually close that cable
Jimmy
car, it must have been windy.
170.
There's his little lad, sitting on Mum Nicky's knee. Little Leo, just 5 years old. And Wayne might be able to pull off a break here. This is the one he wants. That's a great setup, but this is a chance. 88.
The way he's finishing this week, every chance of this. Double 14, now down to double 7.
74.
That's one gone begging, and he knows it.
Jimmy requires
Shoes on his
36.
bottom lip in frustration. Double 18 Williams for a holder throw.
Game shot on the third leg. Jim
17
Williams.
darter, but it doesn't matter, he got
Fourth
there.
leg, it's Wayne to throw first. Game on.
Wayne will regard that as a missed opportunity, but he's got to put it behind him. A roofer by profession, Wayne Warren.
121.
You can see that tan, he spends probably 5 or 6 months on roofs in the summer.
Fit bloke as well, there's not too much spare on him, is there?
Yeah, amazing.
125.
Sponsored by Tree Herbert Rugby Football Club. They'll be watching on masse, no doubt, down there. Almost looks fit enough still to be playing for the Vets, doesn't he?
As we referred to, he's such a nice guy, always smiling.
58.
It was a tough old game and a rough game.
good darts.
135.
121 ton, 135 in successive visits, down to 145 after 9.
Yeah, lovely leg of darts so far. I'm a little behind here.
100.
That helps, but it's
Wayne, you require
still way back.
145.
6 darts from 145. Might go for the bull here. Oh, he didn't. He went
89.
down. Didn't want to treble 3, but he's on 56.
Yeah, he was going for treble 19 to leave double 4, which obviously one of his favourites, but he's still in there.
98.
Jim
Wayne,
on
you
to a
require
finish as well,
56.
120 Shanghai, so 56 tops. He's been really solid on this through the
Game
week
shot on the fourth
and takes
flag.
it, holds
Wayne
his throw.
Warren.
That's his daughter.
Fifth flag is Jim
Lisa.
to throw first. Game on.
Fine pair of lungs.
And I was saying there, I think Wayne's too nice to play in the front row for Herbert, but I can see Lisa doing it. She's got lots of aggression.
140.
Well, somebody was barracking him in his semi-final match, and Wayne certainly gave him the old-fashioned look. And I said to him earlier on, "Oh, just let's get this first." That's his maximum, his first. That's what Warren can do. Looking to break throw here to take this second set. I said, "Did you catch up with him?" He said, "No, I didn't need to. I think my daughter did."
140.
Great answer from Jim. Big leg this.
Back-to-back ton 40s. Wayne's in for another maximum. Oh, ton 40 following on that 180. What a leg this is.
Great start to this final. Both lads fired up for this, obviously. Great friends, but great enemies on this hockey tonight. Biggest game ever for both of them.
98.
So, he's left it on 123, which isn't a bad leave, but Warren, 181, obviously can't check it out. But now, 2 treble 20s. Where's he going from here?
61 left.
145.
Great dart. Brilliant dart. Leaves double 18.
123.
So often when you go for that 25, the back of your mind is always you're going to hit the bullseye. It happens so often.
Treble 18 here would leave the bullseye. No. So Wayne Warren will have an opportunity here to take this second set with a 10 darter.
Which would be the best of the tournament for the set.
Surely those are good markers.
No score.
I honestly thought it's impossible to do that. I thought it was nailed on to clicking off them two. Brilliant
Jimmy
markers.
require 32.
For a 13 darter and a 2-0 lead. Jim Williams.
Opportunity beckons.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
He gets best of order and he gets the best of darts. Wayne Warren so close to that 10 darter, but when your opponent's playing as well as Jim Williams, little margins can be punished, and they were.
Yeah, nothing in that leg again. Brilliant darts. Seems hard to believe you can have a shot at a 10 darter and lose the leg. We've seen people go for 9 darters in the past and lose the leg, but it doesn't happen that often.
And he put those 2 just above. Normally those are what we call great markers, and they see the average as very high standard from both. And you'd normally expect to see one just rattle
60.
in.
It's probably harder to do what he did than actually hit the double. Again, it's early doors. Wayne shouldn't be that perturbed by it. He's playing well.
60.
Missing doubles. 6 out of 9 for Jim Williams. Nothing in the scoring, but that's the biggest difference. Clicking in the doubles that count.
And a lot of Jim's doubles have been clean doubles.
Wayne desperately needs to get a foothold in this match.
140.
Talked about that Merthyr Open where they played just over a week ago, and a couple of weeks ago, wasn't it? On that occasion, the win went to Jim Williams. This is a rather bigger stage.
140.
Just a bit, mate, just a bit.
People down in Merthyr must maybe not be thinking that.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's a lovely darting area. I've been down there many times at the Riddicar Sports and
60.
Social. I've played against Wales there, and what a tough atmosphere that was, playing for England down in the heart of the valleys. That's a tester.
I could imagine it that it can be quite partisan. I shouldn't imagine there were too many cheering for the English.
I remember one of the early visits down there, again partisan is the word, and there was people literally singing Wales outside our hotel at about 3 in the morning. You've heard it at football matches, I've seen it myself
60.
at darts matches trying to keep
Wayne
us up.
requires 61.
61 then, for the man from the valleys. 14 he needs, 18 he goes, for double 18.
25.
He thought he got a 25 there, I think,
Yeah,
Tony.
it's a miscount.
He thought that first one was in.
We've seen a few this week, just shows the pressure they're under. Oh, great darts, 61 left himself.
145.
Perfect.
Wayne, you require 36.
Both of them then on 36. Wayne Warren needs to start converting these.
Game
And there he
shot on the
has.
first leg.
Goes ahead with
Wayne
the
Warren.
opening sets and looks across to his family with a little shake of the head,
Second
saying,
leg, Jim to throw
why have they been able
first.
to do that
Game
in the
on.
first 2 sets? Important double that was for Wayne Warren. Quality start to win the leg, craving a first break of throw.
Yeah, he tidied up that miscount. Won the leg anyway. Jim
40.
couldn't have stepped in and took advantage because he was too far back, but he's moved on from that. Nice start to this leg.
Seen a few birthday messages being
60.
held up. People coming for the big celebratory weekend in London, incorporating the darts.
Great way to spend your birthday.
That's a good visit.
Yeah, he needed that. He scored 40 the 3 darts before and only 60 before that.
Oh, Wayne wanted to slot in a treble there, and that's just taken the pressure off. It's advantage Williams again now in this second leg of the third set. They have an interval at the end of this set. So important that Warren can somehow find a way to make it 2-1 rather than be 3-0 down.
It's only 1 set difference from the score now, but 3-0 looks like he's almost home and dry.
Well, race to 7. You know, we've seen people coming back, haven't we, in the past?
Jimmy require 121.
Wayne Warren, a noted maximum hitter. Bullseye.
96.
So 76.
Wayne
This is for the break of throw.
76.
1-0 up already. Leaves him 56. Oh, criminal. Missing a big missing a big segment. Means he can't do it.
Wanted the big 16 for double top.
44.
So Williams now 25 for 1 apiece. 9-8. Double 8 to square it up in this second set.
Game shot on the
And
second
his doubles
leg.
again looking very
Williams.
solid.
Yeah, he's looking clinical. As I said,
Third leg is
but,
Wayne to throw
clean
first.
finishes,
Game
that's a
on.
perfect example of what I meant. There's no markers, a lot of them are just straight in.
Sign of a man who's throwing confidently.
Sign of a man who's playing well. He's got the all-round package at the moment. He's playing really well, is Jim, as the scoreboard suggests. were saying about Wayne there, the big 180 hitting. He's hit 28 in his last 2 matches.
That's an amazing statistic.
Real power scoring. Needs to find it again tonight if he's going to put Jim under any pressure. Needs a few. And he needs them now.
He hasn't quite been battering the big scores as he has done in previous rounds. Whereas Jim is bringing his A game.
140.
Yeah, it's tough to come to a big championship like this. And obviously if you're a seed, you play 5 games, you've got to win 5 matches. And if you're going to become the champion, you need to play 5 really good matches. Wayne's played 4 really good matches so far. He needs to keep it going.
Just got his nose ahead in this 3rd leg.
81.
Last start when he was hoping to follow the second was just a touch high.
Every set, the first couple of legs, you can see there's a bit of freedom in the throw, but as the set develops, the pressure mounts.
121, Wayne Warren, good leave.
Would have loved a 180 here, Jim, but 140 would be nice.
95.
Oh, wrong side of the wire, he thought he got it.
Require 120.
See the exasperation.
As it left his hand, he thought it was in. Should be 11 bull here.
Used to be uncertain, now he's not quite so sure. Which way is he going?
I don't know why he's pondering this. It should be a massive 11. He shouldn't even go for the treble, just 11 bull. Jim's on a finish.
Well, he went bull for, he was trying to get 25 there. And it's one way to do it, but it's not the way that is kind of tried and tested by top players. Normally they automatically would be going for 11, either for double 14 or alternatively for bull with the last start.
Treble 20 for tops.
Well, it's worked out for Wayne nevertheless. He's going to have an opportunity, but this is a must-take now.
And he's got away with it. And if he kills this double 10, it doesn't matter anyway.
Game shot on the 3rd line.
A mere little blip in the stately progress.
Jim to throw first.
As you were saying, John, that big 11's a big target. You shouldn't miss single numbers anyway. We all do it, I know that, but you should at least give yourself that one shot at the bull.
85.
Could have come back and bit him that.
Well, he kind of got away with that, didn't he?
He won the leg, that's the main thing.
And going
35.
with throw. Hello, Wally.
Well, that spoilt the game there, there's a sign. And this is a sign that Mr. Williams is fancying this match.
6 of them. And Jim Williams
100.
scoring the bulk of them. 4-2.
$123.
Fine darts again, following up the maximum.
Yeah, and that first start then was in treble 1. That was a great comeback.
60. Jimmy require 113.
We're going to be going to a decider again.
94 required, treble 18. Well, it's 76 now. And tidies it up well. Coming back for double 8. To make it 2 each.
140. Jimmy
Left is on a bogey
16.
number. No finish there. So double 8 for 2-2.
Game shot on the
dart.
4th leg.
A nice clean finish again from Jim.
Was that a 13 darter?
13 darter again, yeah.
Quality leg.
And this is the most important leg of the match so far. It's either 3-0 or 2-1. 2-1, it's a great game. 3-0 and you're starting to think that Jim's running away with it a bit.
Jim would love to take this, to give Wayne Warren a psychological downer as they leave the stage
59.
at the end of this. He knows the importance of it, and a bit of pressure there, and didn't produce the darts he wanted, nor what he's shown in previous legs.
100.
If Jim was to take this leg, it's like a double-edged sword. Not only has he gone 3-0 up, but he's just destroying Wayne's confidence.
Wayne with his nose ahead though, with those back-to-back tons.
100.
That was an important dart for Jim Williams, last one.
Keeps it even-ish. But Wayne's in here again. Perfect.
Great time to do that, Tony. His third maximum, and leaving him again on 1-2-1. You're going to have a little bit of a word and stick your head out of the commentary box and shout, go for 11.
Well, if he fills this up, he's going to have to go for the big 11. Assuming he hits the treble 20, of course.
162.
84 left. That's tidied up nicely. I saw that 180 there. In the headlights a bit, he's left a bogey. Couldn't help it, to be honest.
No finish. Nothing else he could have done. He couldn't have left to finish. So, no miscount, just a great visit with that maximum.
45.
This is exactly what he needed, this leg, Wayne. Left 24 after 12, sorry. And for the set, he wants double 6.
Oh,
18.
That's a costly one. 117 now.
117
for Jim Williams to make it 3-0.
He's been pretty clinical with his finishing. Gives him 97, treble 19.
Well, that would have left tops. So Wayne Warren breathes again now.
57.
Does he go straight at it or 2-2-2?
Wayne, you
If I'm honest,
6.
if it was me, I'd be going 2-2-2. I know you're wasting a dart, but if you hit that single 3, you're going to waste another dart trying to get the 1, and that's not easy. That's
Well,
exactly
that's
it.
what he's going to have to do. Double 1. Yes, and that was such a crucial dart for Wayne Warren.
Sat watching, I've done that. They all do it, mate.
First legs, Jim to throw first. Game on.
Little nod of affection almost from Jim Williams for Wayne Warren as the third set gets underway.
Appreciation and respect.
140.
Andy Fordham in the crowd here.
60.
Yeah, we saw a little piece early on talking. He's been there, done it, and he's got the T-shirt.
Lovely to see him around again. Always great company, Andy is.
Yes, I can vouch for that. I spent probably this part of 7 or 8 years sharing rooms with him and what have you, playing for England.
That must have been an interesting experience.
It was expensive.
Be a few stories there. I suppose that's going to be in the old autobiography coming up.
It was expensive.
Good start from Jim Williams, 140, then 134. He's come out as he would wish with the darts, starting this fourth set. 9 darts down to 96, impressive. Just changed manager recently, Jim Williams.
41.
Mac Elkin looking after him
96.
now. Big Villa fan, he wouldn't want to see his man lose, would he, after what happened at Villa Park this afternoon?
Well, Mac's a professional. He probably didn't even have his phone on for football. I'm joking.
I can assure you he did.
I'm joking.
I can assure you he did. He was whinging and moaning when they were 4-0 down at half-time.
56.
This would make his day.
I said it's never too late to change allegiance. You can always become a blade. He didn't take that too well.
Yeah, but I think Jim Williams' win tonight would put that to bed anyway.
Jim, you require 40.
So tops.
Not for the first time. He's after a 13 darter here.
He's got time on his hand,
20.
on his side. Wayne not on a finish, so he will come back.
$100.
Nice ton.
Jim, you require 20.
Clear darts for this 20.
Right, how good's your doubles now?
Game
Clean.
shot on the first leg. Jim Williams. Second leg is Wayne to throw
Straight
first.
at it,
Team
no
on.
messing about.
Looking very good on them one dart finishers. How's your luck?
69.
Clattered into the first dart. No fault of the board.
Yeah, just throwing with some power, does Wayne.
59.
I'm told it's, I mean, you'd know better than me, Tony, but I'm told that these boards, this particular make, they're hard. It's a fairly solid board.
140.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they've improved over the years, something ridiculous. We saw some of the old footage of the early finals, and there was probably 6 staples around that board. I can't believe how John Lowe hit that 9-darter back in the day. But the modern boards, they're made differently, and to do it where the wires go in deeper, they need to sort of pack the sisal in closer, and it does make them a touch harder.
60.
But having said that, of course, dart technology has improved as well.
I mean, I'm sure John's watching. He loves his darts as Mr. Lowe, and he must be looking at the equipment today and the boards. And as I said, I can't believe we managed to get them darts in them segments.
And he'd probably say, if I had modern darts and modern boards 30 years ago,
He'd have hit an 8-darter.
121.
first ever televised 9-darter, of course, John Lowe, for which he trousered something like 112 grand, didn't he? Or thereabouts.
He's had worse days.
100.
Nice ton from Jim there.
Wayne, you require 111.
111 on throw. Treble 17. Now, the throw is under pressure. Jim Williams 102.
51.
This is a big opportunity to get an early
Jim, you
break in this
require
set.
102.
He's already 1-0 up. This is for 2-0 up. In the fourth set, he's got the 60. It should be automatic, really, but he stood back. He wants 10 for 32 for a 2-0 lead.
70.
Well, he's been so clean on those doubles, you
Wayne,
almost thought it was
60.
inevitable that it was going to go in. But this is for a hold. Tops. 2 darts.
Game
Big
shot
moments
of
in the
second
match,
leg.
and Wayne's nerve
Wayne
holds.
Moran. Third leg is Jim to throw first.
And it's one
Game
apiece.
on.
Yeah, it's an easy watch, this game.
140.
Yep, both of them like to get on with it, play in a kind of a crowd-friendly manner.
85.
We've got the added pressure of the all-Welsh final.
100.
And after the break at 6 sets, we're going to have a triple Welsh final. Young Garen Roderick's coming on, a Welsh boy, a Valley boy.
100.
We'll be finishing off the match on the microphone, giving us the scores.
And we get evicted as well, unless we barricade ourselves in. John Gwynn and Paul Nicholson, poised to see this home in the closing stages.
100.
One of these heavy-duty chairs behind the doors might make that a different plan.
Well, I want it to be 3-3 at the break, so they have to graft in the second half of the match.
Good darts.
180. Jimmy require
136
161.
gives him an opportunity if Jim can't take this, but he's run a perfect first dart. Second one's gone though, so 136 for break of throw.
97. Wayne, you require
Yeah,
136.
nice 180 there, has left it giving this chance. Treble 20s, unfortunately he's blocked it a bit as well. Great second dart, 16 probably for tops.
96.
Nice setup. So
Jimmy
64
requires
for the
64.
hold. But Warren poised if there's any mistake here. Double 8, 2 darts then with that treble 16. Double 4, this is big.
60.
I tell you what, that's quite a sizable miss.
First sign of a,
Wayne, you
bit of
require
a wobble on the
40.
doubles there from Jim. Gives Wayne the chance for the break. He was phenomenal on this early in the tournament.
Game shot on the third
That
leg.
double has served him so well. He turned and clenched his fist as he looked down to his friends and his family
Fourth leg
on
is
that
Wayne to
table
throw
there.
first.
And they
Game
are
on.
in full voice, giving him support because that's the break of throw that he wanted.
And his old friend Double Top came to the rescue again. And throwing for the set now is Wayne. Been looking for more than that. It's a lovely adjustment.
140.
He'll want to hit him straight back. Gets the break and he'd be favourite to win this set.
100.
Perfect first start for Jim, that. Dropped down a bit, he's dropped down the board.
139.
1040 followed by 139.
It's good darts in anyone's books.
140.
so's that. Still got the slight edge though, as Jim.
Needs a treble. Well, that's a glimmer of an opportunity now for Wayne Warren. Big hit here, and that 164 is going to be under some significant pressure. Loose second dart though.
Yeah, Jim had to switch to 18s there. Another single 20 would
55.
have left Jim on a bogey, but that single 18's left him a finish.
164.
164 for the break. A little bit surprised he didn't switch to 18s there.
Yeah, it looked like he was blocking the treble 20 bed there. That's 18 might have been a shot there. But again, he's got away with it.
83.
He did that last dart.
Jimmy
Right,
require
104 for the break of throw. Trying to compose himself.
Leaves him 84. But again, it's a bit of a blocker. That's a great dart.
Double 12.
For 2-2.
Game shot on the fourth leg.
How important is that?
Them last two darts were fantastic. He blocked the beg with that single 20, but tidied up nicely. And now he's got the advantage in the last leg of the set.
Well, Warren was throwing for the set there and came up short. And now Jim Williams tries to close this set out.
140.
Great start.
Yeah, marked improvement in his form.
Treble 20, double 12. Now, how about this?
135.
Well, the last two games they were flying in. 180s all over the place for Wayne his last two matches. 28 of them, in fact. If you're hitting that many 180s, you're making big holes in every leg. Just gives you the confidence.
120.
That's unlucky. One on the floor. The bounce out. Didn't need that.
Yeah, bad time to have one. Jim on 224 after only 6 darts. He started the leg.
Wayne was shaking his head and looking accusingly at his darts. How could you let me off? How could you let me down at this time?
A great last dart there from Jim, leaves him 124.
121.
Good scoring.
Jimmy require 124.
Quality leg this. Both players down to a nice finish, but it's Jim that gets the shot at it first. 20 leaves him 104. Treble 18 for the bull. And it's 76.
39.
125.
125.
Treble 20 to leave tops.
65.
Well, I miscounted for a change.
Jimmy require 85.
It's 85 required for the 4th set. Treble 15, I think. Yeah, he's got it. He's got 2 darts at tops.
Wrong bed, double 15.
55.
Oh, that is a let-off for Wayne Warren, who's now on 60. This is
Wayne,
for
you
the set for
require
him.
60.
That was massive, that miss.
Single 20 tops. Doesn't want to go anywhere near that treble. He didn't. Tops.
That dart was high in the segment. Had to move across.
Double 10. His wife can't watch.
Game
He's got it.
on the 4th set. Wayne Warren.
Great adjustment from Wayne then. It's 2 sets to 2. Brilliant start to this match.
Well, we said beforehand this could be a special little Welsh derby. Both of them bidding to become the 4th BDO World Champion. And we're back where we started.
Game
Dead
on.
level. It prompted huge celebrations from the Wayne Warren fans
60.
and his family. Look at this. Look at Lisa.
Well, Lisa's up there cheering like she normally does, but Nikki sat in the background, just relief on her face.
And little Leo
59.
thinking, what's happening? What's happening? Is Daddy winning?
Well, not yet, he isn't, but he's back in the game at 2 sets each.
85.
Wayne's wife Nikki there, who obviously is keeping calm and collected. Actually a really good dart player herself. I don't think she plays as much now, but
140.
former Irish international, isn't it? It's amazing how many of these dart players, the wives, do actually play the game.
100.
helps.
They know what the boys are going through, yeah, exactly.
Got somebody to practice with at home as well.
Over the years we've seen the wives and girlfriends sitting on the balconies and watching and going through hell. Nothing they can do about it.
That's brilliant.
168.
134. Superb visit.
And straight back in again.
141. Jimmy require 134.
Williams can't get there. There's a break of throw
94.
opportunity. That's a good last dart
Wayne, you
though.
require 115.
So 115, and this is only for a hold.
Well, there's the 15. Just move it about 1/4 inch to the right. Exactly there. Leaves him tops.
75.
Good effort. But missing
Jimmy
that
require
target
40.
by a little margin. So this is for the break of throw. First leg
Game shot on the first
goes
leg.
to Jim Williams.
Jim Williams.
Yeah, last couple of sets, Jim's
Second leg is Jim
struggled a bit on some of the
first.
finish, and
Game on.
it's the 2 and 3 dart combinations, but giving 3 darts in hand for a single double, and he seems to be hitting that quite well.
96.
Here's how it happened. That was the dart that claimed the opening leg of this 5th set for Williams.
60.
Wayne should be feeling quite good about the game, to be honest. He seems to have been behind and chasing all the time, but here we are at 2 sets all. He should be thinking, do you know, if it was a boxing match, I might be behind on points.
100.
It's actually level.
A lot of darters out there in that audience, that's unlucky.
120.
Wasn't fazed by it.
Yeah, that's one thing with the BDO crowds. A lot of that crowd actually play the game. Super League county players, there's plenty of them here.
139.
Very knowledgeable audience we have here.
Jim not on a finish, 166.
60.
But he's a ton or more clear.
Yeah, we've got 134 in the last leg. He'd love to get that now.
134.
Exactly what he's got.
12 darts down to 32.
Nice cover shot there from Jim. That last treble 18's left in 32 for a 13 darter.
Game shot on the
14.
second leg. Jim
And he goes 2 up.
Third leg.
So
is
Warren
Wayne
has to take
throw
everything
first.
from here
Game on.
in this set, or Williams will have his nose ahead once again.
Nice rhythm to the game. Not the fastest players on the planet, but when the scores are going well, just looks good.
100.
Back-to-back tons. And likewise for Williams, nothing between them.
Great scoring darts. 5 tons. The first dart's been on that top wire virtually every throw in this match.
So advantage Wayne Warren.
123.
Certainly now with those 2 treble 20s. 12 darts down to 78. And Williams, well, not exactly cut adrift, but he could do with another treble.
100. Wayne, you require 78.
Yeah, lots of these legs, they've been down to a 2 darter after 12 darts. 20 leaves him tops.
Game shot on the third leg.
Nice dart.
Nice 15 dart leg there from Wayne. Much needed. In fact, not just much needed, much. He had to do it. He's got to do it again.
Yep, has to have the break of throw now to keep the set alive. Williams having different ideas. It's annoyed not to have made more after that treble 20 with the first dart. Let's see what Wayne Warren can do. A little bit better.
140.
Yeah, that first dart means so much. You plonk that right in the middle of the treble, it's just asking to be followed. That's what Jim's been doing better in this match than he's done all the tournament.
I think he thought that first one was a little bit loose, that was why he came down.
Yeah, and got a treble down below. Turned into a nice shot.
81.
Facial expression that says it all.
Yeah, 81, still a good score, but Jim in this form, probably not quite enough. Single 20, he'll leave him 170.
135.
Leave that though. Great last dart. He's in the little fish, 130.
Oh yes, yes indeed. Down to a ton.
Jimmy require
So 135 Williams, 130 rather Williams.
As will be for the set. It's a bit of a blocker that. Couldn't really go any other way if he wanted to finish it, and he had to.
58.
He's in 52.
Wayne, you require
After that
100.
brilliant 180, Wayne requires 100.
Treble 20 he's looking at, and he's got it. So tops.
Game shot on
brilliant.
the fourth flag.
That is the break back.
Superb 11 darter.
Fifth flag is Wayne to throw first.
Good game
on.
of darts this. Loads of tension. The little swings which make for a fine match. And Williams, having looked as though he was moving to this set, now it's advantage Warren looking to go 3-2 up and take the lead for the first time.
139.
And a great start. Had to change downstairs there, Wayne. Little wobble after the dart had hit the board, so couldn't risk staying up there. Seems to have been a little swing in the match. Wayne looking all over the winner early on. Wayne's come back. Now playing well and looking like he's going to win this set.
Great last dart. 139, 140. Back to back. Makes it advantage Warren. Williams needs a ton 40. Might do better.
140.
Goodness me, just deflected above.
Yeah, that was a minimum that. He needed 2 trebles. Still behind. And that's a great dart. Had to move over.
Oh, unlucky. Averages very healthy. Just shy of 100 in Williams' case. Marginally ahead of Wayne Warren.
As we saw early on, Andy Forden's winning 2004 was the best average in a final, 97 point and change, and we're looking at better than that here at the moment if the boys can keep up this pace.
Williams not on a finish.
54.
Wayne Warren not closing in on the double quite as convincingly as he might have wished.
Yeah, he can pile on the pressure here, but again I think he needs 2 trebles. Which means the next 2 darts have got to be in that red bit, and they're not.
60.
That's a bit of a let-off. So
68.
for the set, 68.
16 for double 16.
Here it is.
Can't look.
He's got it.
The fifth set. Wayne Warren.
Set for Wayne Warren, and for the first time in the match, the 57-year-old Roofer's in front.
It's Jim to throw first.
Lisa couldn't look at that, but as soon as it hit it, she knew it was in by the crowd noise and celebrated like only Lisa can. 3-2 to Wayne Warren.
100.
Jim Williams, remember, was the bookie's favourite when the match began.
40.
Moan of frustration from Wayne.
That's 3 or 4 he's had on the floor. Not stopping him though. As Jen says, come on.
140.
Ton backed up with ton 40 for Jim Williams. This is important
85.
again with the break coming up again, Tony. I mean, they have a sizable break here, so you're going to be nipping upstairs to provide a bit of analysis with Matt Smith. But is it going to be 4-2, or are we going to be looking at 3 apiece? 4-2, and you start thinking that Wayne Warren has a sizable advantage. 3-all, and it's still completely nip and tuck. And I mentioned the fact that before it began, it was advantage to Jim Williams. At the moment, the bookies have got this a dead level match in play, if you see what I mean.
Yeah, and it's probably right. They're both playing well.
Jim just outscoring Wayne,
65.
and the 109 indicative of a little bit heavier power scoring.
It's them doubles that matter. It's them that win you the sets, and so far,
Jimmy
Wayne's won 3 of them.
100.
So a ton for the opening leg of the 6th set.
Wayne, you require
Got to hit a treble.
136.
And he's not, so Williams will be back with tops to go 1 up and hold throw.
Let's see if he's under pressure here, because he's been cleaning these up.
96.
Clear doubles.
Jimmy
Pretty
require
handy.
40.
Now, muscle memory, nerve, tops. Bit hesitant on that second dart.
Game
Nothing wrong with that.
Flag.
And that gets his nose
Jim
ahead.
Williams.
First dart,
leg,
second
Wayne
dart,
to
third
go
dart, doesn't
first.
matter as long as you get it.
Game
He takes the first leg. Obviously a much longer game tonight. First to 7 sets.
100.
Not even halfway yet. We've had plenty of good entertainment. Having to go down again, a bit of a wobble from the dart.
177.
As good as a 180 though, 177. Back comes Wayne.
100.
Good darts.
I was hoping for this, John. Both playing the best they've played all week. That's how a final should be.
140.
177, 140, Jim Williams. Wayne Warren, ton 180. Plus these.
81.
So 140 on throw. But Williams can pile on the pressure here. Great dart.
100. Wayne,
Be happy with that, leaves him 84.
140.
That means Jim will get a shot at it.
40.
And Wayne's fairly hacked off with that.
Jimmy require 84.
84 for the break of throw to go 2-0 up. Bullseye. He's got it!
Shot on the second
Great
leg.
dart!
Jim Williams.
That is just what he wanted. And it looks as though we could well go to the next break with the match absolutely dead level. If you can close it out here.
Great adjustment with that second dart.
140.
Even better for the third.
That was when Wayne Warren was hitting those fives when he was looking for treble 20.
100.
But it all turned around and Jim Williams got the magic break.
That's a great first dart.
100.
The quiff or yank.
140.
There's the bullseye that sorted it out for Jim Williams.
Another great leg. Both got 261 after 6 darts each. Who's going to blink?
60.
Well, that is not what he wanted. 140 from Wayne Warren would have been handy. Can't do it now.
55.
Both of them realising the pressure of the situation, the importance of the situation, more accurately.
Well, there's 120. 8-2 unleaded. Treble 19 had leaving double 12. Perfect setup shot there from Jim. Looking good for the set.
Very good.
59.
And nothing Wayne can do about it.
24.
So double 12, this is to make it 3-3. That should be a decent marker. Working in from there
Game shot
and nailing it.
Set.
So 3-3, what do you reckon, Tony?
This is exactly what I was looking for.
And he's a big friend, but I think that's cast out of his mind right now. He's just refereeing a darts match.
Yeah, Garen Roderick will take us to the end of the match, and it's a big moment for Garen as well. His first
41.
World Championship final. All the referees have done a great job this week. Who's going to lift the third World Championship trophy in just over 24 hours?
Wonderfully evenly matched. I know that Jim Williams went 2 sets up, but as I said a few minutes ago, that second set, Warren missed 3 darts at double 18, but Williams has missed darts for a set as well, and he's stepped in, so 68. That evens that up. And it's been gripping, it really has, with just that last set before the break, going 3-0 to Williams. How he would have loved to have stayed on that stage.
Yeah, the break
60.
has been a factor this week, eloquently put by Tony O'Shea on the balcony. But this break is something they won't have experienced all week. 10 to 15 minutes, the traditional 6th set break. And you're absolutely right, Gwynny, because Williams would not have wanted to come off stage after the way he performed in set 6.
Yes, he hit a 177 and followed it up with a brilliant 84 outshot on the bull. When you're hitting darts like that, the last thing you want to do is leave the stage, but it's all part of the game. It's like somebody
99.
who's scored a couple of goals just before half time and he doesn't want the whistle to go.
Very true. It's a good comparison, that, Gwynny. I've never thought about it like that.
Well, the other one, of course, is the batsman who's going like a train. He's on 98 and it's lunch.
153.
Anyway, 153, can't check it out now. What a game this has been.
55.
A credit to the two lads, a credit to their nation, a credit to the game, a credit to the BDO. Got to say, it really has been top quality.
It's been the first BDO World Championships with 3
60.
170 outs.
Wayne, you require 98.
Didn't get a 4th. There's plenty of time left. Double 19 for Wayne Warren. First one isn't a guide.
60.
And the second effort comes up short as well.
110.
Well, Williams has had a 104 checkout and a 102 checkout in this match so far. He's still in with a chance if he'd have got the treble 18.
78.
What would you do? So many players here have got the 6 double 16.
I think he's doing that very thing sensibly. Now double 16. No hesitation on double 8. And if you look at his entire week, he's looked so comfortable on that red double. Almost hasn't aimed the dart for it and just knows where it is automatically.
Yes, that's the 3rd time he's hit it in this match, Paul. He's and he's hit it every time
45.
with the first or second dart. In fact, those, apart from those darts that I mentioned, where he had 3 at 18s, and later on
36.
Williams had 2 at tops. They're the only missed darts that have so far cost the leg, if you see what I mean, where the leg's gone the other way.
a negative visit.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
180.
I think that is the 12th 180 of the match.
At 6 apiece as well. Yeah.
81.
Yeah, when Wayne Warren missed those 3 at double 18, that was when he'd put himself in position on that double after 9 darts, really strong. And then, ironically, he goes and hits the double 18 first dart in the next leg.
180.
Well, there's number 13.
It's now 7-6 to Williams. He's actually at 6. 7 apiece. Let's forget the match. Let's have a 180s contest. It's 7 apiece. He's hit 41 in the tournament, Wayne Warren. Double 18. Good marker.
64.
Oh, that fell well short.
Good miss, though, John.
Was it? That's the beauty, that, if you go low on the 18s.
Well, you'd much rather miss by that margin and lead double 16 than lead double 9.
100.
Won't be phasing him.
32.
Be going through his pre-shot routine, looking at the carpet, and then finding his range. And beautifully done.
Second leg, Jim Williams. Third leg, it's Wayne to throw
Wonderful.
first. Game on.
Wonderful. 3 sets all, 1 leg all to play for, and really good
85.
averages. They were higher than that. They've come down a bit from 99 Warren, 102 Williams. It can rise just as easily. I'm looking, of course, at the main total, not the 9-dart throw, which is pretty impressive. But you'd expect players of this calibre to be averaging 100 in their first 9 darts.
Absolutely right. They crave to be
39.
110 and above, and they've done that for the most part. I actually thought that this set would be quite scrappy, coming back from that big break, but after a couple of shaky darts to start the first leg, it's caught fire again.
Yep. I mean, Jim Williams was involved in a marathon match
59.
last night against Mario van den Bahada, wasn't he? And here he is now. Looks as though he could go, but this is a different pace. It's
55.
not testing his mental strength quite as much.
Yeah, we talk about in-game rhythm, and I think Jim is way more comfortable playing against Wayne Warren, whereas with Mario, you've got more time at the back of the stage
60.
to use up. You've got to think a little bit more, and that can be derogatory to your game.
You can also get impatient, waiting.
140.
So, 81 left for Warren after just 12 darts. Arsenal fan, Warren told me. I said, who do you support? He said, Arsenal.
60.
Said,
Wayne
brilliant.
81.
I'm surprised by that, I've got to say. Doesn't have to go 16 bull here. Can pick his route. Treble 10 is traditional, but he might go bull. Oh, now it will be 16.
Yeah.
He has had a few miscounts in this tournament so far, and he's using the referee just to be sure.
Yes, he had that one earlier in the game.
32.
And he had a slight one earlier in the game. I'm not sure it cost him, actually. I think he might have won the leg. But he's still well ahead here, no problem. And Jim tells me he supports Liverpool. So there you are, 3-all it is. For those of you.
100.
Like a good soccer
Wayne
match.
require 49.
Anyway, 17 for double 16. Oh, blimey. That's a great recovery from that. Yes, that says it. He says exactly what I was thinking, what you was thinking, and everybody back home is thinking. He sees the funny side of it, doesn't he? Great character.
He really is. He's a wonderful person. 34
45.
tenths at doubles each. And you can see that Williams is just shading that column. Has been immensely tight this game.
140.
Look at that. Look how tight it is.
Before that 140, that was dead level. That was dead level, wasn't it? That is how close this game is. Absolutely amazing. These two Welsh buddies, one from the borders,
60.
the other from the valleys.
I like that chord. What's occurring?
Yeah.
Lots is occurring.
80.
Well, whoever wins it, it's Comrie Ambeth. No question about that. And the way this man is playing, he may well be the one. What another fantastic 3 darts.
140.
Pretty ordinary that way, and I think compared. It's brilliant, Paul, it really is.
It's been amazing so far. If it continues like this, I get the feeling we are going to go to the last set.
15 180s in the match so far. Some great
100.
finishing.
Wayne, you require 141.
Some tidy finishing as well. It's not just the big finishes, it's the cleaning up the little ones.
105.
Neat and tidily.
Well, that is a great approach from Wayne Warren.
160.
And he forces Jim Williams to take the 116 to keep this set going. He's going for 419s. There's 3. There's the 4th. 1 shot at tops for 2-2 in the 7th.
76.
Good effort, good effort.
Wayne
Surprising how many people go that
36.
way. Well, it shouldn't surprise, it makes sense. 36, lovely marker. Moved the wire a little. Oh, this has happened before,
Yeah,
but that time it clicked off the dart into the double, and 4 sets to 3 now to Wayne Warren.
Game on.
Well, if I had a daughter like Wayne Warren's, I'd be scared to lose.
Lisa, yes, you're right.
100.
Well, previously in the match he had 3 at double 18 and only just missed all 3 on the wire. At that time, the 3rd dart really was a beauty.
41.
It's been 12 years since Mark Webster won this title against Simon Whitlock at Lakeside. 12-year
60.
drought for a Welsh World Champion.
And going back to that 116 finish, the first person, I think I'm right, I saw do it that way was Simon Whitlock, in fact. And then it spread.
Many weird and wonderful ways he likes to go for things, Simon Whitlock. He's a darting
45.
educator.
That's one of the wonderful ones, isn't it, really? Not a lot weird about it.
Yeah, there are ways to go for things. You can love them or hate them, but as long as you get the maths right.
In again, another maximum. Coming! A plenty now. I fancy one here as well, Paul. Oh, might have been.
Not enough room at the end on that one. We've just been talking about 161. Here's another one.
Only one way to get this.
He doesn't have to go for it. And he shouldn't. He's not going to.
129.
Dead right. Dead right.
You can find yourself in a whole heap of trouble if you start going for bullseyes when your opponent is way off a finish.
85.
Lay up for something good.
32.
Come back, be confident, and get it hit.
It would have been very different if his opponent had have been on 138.
Game's on the first.
But there we are, Aladella 1983. But that's Jim Williams playing tidy darts as well as very good ones.
I don't know about you, Gwynny, but the one thing that's impressed me the most about this game as a whole
100.
is how many times both players have been on very small numbers after 12 darts.
Yes, all they've scored well. Absolutely. Just lifted his a little. Williams, his average with those 180s, of course, and a quick finish if you can hit the double first time.
123.
That's the effect it has. Warren, very respectable. Warren came into this tournament, by the way, Wayne Warren, with a tournament average of 92.33, and Jim Williams a tournament average of 89.42. They won't be far apart, to be honest, counting this game.
Well, Jim Williams admitted before the final started that he got to this final with B game grade stuff.
140.
Yeah. I like the artwork. always think it's good if they take the trouble to...
100.
Yeah, there's a bit of effort in that one.
Yes.
Only had one pen though.
They use proper crayons in Croydon.
Great adjustment back to the 60 for Jim.
81.
81's going to have to do. Still advantage Warren to equalise. Should go 25 in bull here.
100.
But aggressively, because the lie was so good, stayed on the 60. Good gamble, and it paid off.
157. Can't do it now, so Warren will be back for 61. Two ways of going for it in my view. Well, there are more than two, but you've either got the 25 double 18, that's what he was aiming at. He's going to go 19 double 16 here now, I would have thought. Or the other one was treble 15 for double 8.
Double 16.
Then double 16, you're right, Paul.
29.
Well, indecision. Must have taken nearly 15 seconds to think about that one there. And Williams, 520's needed.
There's one of them.
Treble 16 for double. Had to go that route because tops was covered. Only other option he had was treble 20 double 10, and he fancied that one better.
84.
Didn't fancy top stops for the reason you say. So double 16 to level up in this 8th set.
No score.
Costly perhaps.
Just didn't look as assured on that shot as he has with others previously in the match. Williams gets another chance.
No score.
Well, there hasn't been a great deal of this in this match, but I've always said the missed darts can be as dramatic as the ones that hit. He's had his practice, double 8, double 4 across the board, 10 past the hour, and he can tell the time, so he should at his 8.
Third leg is Jim to throw first.
He's had a bit of bother with his numbers, but you're right, Gwynny, he did tell the time very well there. And a somewhat natural dart at double 4. It's almost like he'd had enough of missing and just saw it and hit it instead of aiming. Just threw the dart in the direction and trusted it.
There are certain movements of the arm across the board that lend itself to that. We have the drop, the one from up the top down to the bottom. We see the double 19s go in with shots like that. That one from the cross from the 8 up to the 4, and you're naturally moving towards
96.
it. That's just moving your arm, you're moving your hips.
Yep.
Moving an awful lot of your body because of the position you've got to get in for double 8. It's a bit
90.
like going for double 18 and double 9. It's a very different shot. I'm sure everybody who's watching who plays darts will understand that.
Come on, he says. Very occasionally, he says, come on, just to himself. You didn't know I could lip read, did you? And it did, went in. That's what, if you've got 81 obedient darts, you stand a chance.
It's a bit like those golfers who talk to their ball when it's in the air.
Yes.
They say sit down or spin or go. Dart players do chat to themselves when they're throwing.
105.
Sensible use of the 25 there from Jim to leave the 2-darter.
Well, he's got to stay in touch
Jimmy
to hold throw 100. If he doesn't get it, 103 is mightily gettable.
Last time he got the big 20 going for the 100. This time he doesn't get a shot at double 19 either. 76 left.
44.
That's on 40, set up nicely this. It's if he can get the... That's 84 left. Now double 12. Oh,
91.
That's mightily forgettable that
56.
last start at double 12, but what a great effort.
We're starting to see more key misses. Signs of pressure, maybe. Went for the treble. Got the single. It's tops. And it's there. It's a lovely dart from Jim Williams to retake the lead in the 8th. This is the point in the match where Wayne Warren really started to show up against Scott Mitchell. And I think Jim Williams knows that. He's got to get to 4 himself and stop Warren getting to 5.
85.
You know, Nico, in the first 3 sets of this game, we only had 1 break of throw. That was when Williams won the first set, the 3rd leg of the match. Since then, there have been 6 breaks of throw. I think that's an indication as well sometimes of how when you get into the meat of the match, just the odd missed double here, the odd missed double there can make the difference. The 180, of course, if you're throwing against the darts, can put you well ahead. Williams has just done that. That's now 9, 10 180s for him in this game.
140.
Brilliant.
Almost had another from Wayne. Great order from this audience on Sunday night. Traditional Sunday night final. Who's going to be putting their fingerprints all over the silverware?
Yeah, good way of putting it. There'll be Welsh fingerprints, that's for certain. They'll have the DNA of the Principality.
That's what they do with the Lombardi Trophy in the NFL, you know, John.
Yes.
They don't take the fingerprints off them for a little while, just because they believe that the fingerprints and the kisses are memories.
Well, I can't argue with
83.
that. I don't know what health and safety make about it, but there you are.
Well, Wayne Warren is desperate for a 60 here. He gets it with a wonderful dart.
Jim, you require 138.
But it's the Dejà again for the set this time.
Yes. No. Come and show him how to do it, Keith, if you're watching. He's missed it a few times since Keith Dejà, but he got it that one time
76.
famously. Now 76 for Warren, 16 for tops. Oh, he wants double 12 now. That's what he didn't want, and in fairness to him, he got 2 doubles.
5th leg is Jim to throw first.
Well, it threw us, but it didn't throw him.
A couple of legs ago, he was confused when he left 51, hitting a 10 on a 25 shot. And he had to take 10 or 15 seconds to work it out. That was a more difficult
58
mathematical problem, and he worked it out in about a tenth of the time.
Yes. It's what's known as having your head on and heading on, I think, possibly to another set, because that is his 8th 180. His 42nd of the tournament, and Jim Williams, by the way, went into this tournament having scored 18. He's now made that 28.
How strong has Wayne Warren been on the scoring element in 5th legs of sets? So strong. And this game could be falling away from Jim Williams if he doesn't find 60s here. I think he needs to fill the boat.
Well, there's a river outside that he can
140.
test it out on.
Well, if Mr. Spalding doesn't believe you, I'll give you a note to take to school tomorrow, young man.
We used to have a teacher called Miss Hughes, and we used to think it was Miss Hughes. Just reminded me that.
Leg ain't over yet, by any stretch of the imagination.
140.
Just
When you
over
require
the top there
122.
for the maximum. But
54 for ball for the set,
yeah,
but the angle's horrible. Oh, what a dart from Wayne Warren. What a dart to set up. Hit the button, Wayne.
97.
just picked that
Jim
treble
Maguire,
18 out
103.
nicely, avoided that dart. Might well have balked it, and it could have gone anywhere. So 103 now for Williams. So 83 left, so that's 66 left, treble 10. Funnily enough, when he wanted 103, Wayne Warren went 19th first, didn't he? And then he got the treble 20 and the double 12.
Correct. He now needs double 8, which has been his friend. Will it be again?
9.
It will not. And Jim Williams is getting a chance
56.
that he maybe doesn't deserve, but he is going to get it.
This is identical to the second set, where in the deciding leg, Wayne Williams missed darts at a double to win it, and this man stepped in. And he wants double 10 to do just that. And make it 4 sets all. Deja vu. It's a long time ago, an hour and a half since that second set ended.
Game on.
This is surely going to the last set. What a game.
60.
What an advert for this tournament. Drama, misses, hits. It's had everything.
Yes. It has, Mr. Nicholson.
We've only been commentating for 2 sets, Gwynny, and we're having to catch our breath already.
Magnificent, isn't it? 4-4. And you can pick out the incidents which might have changed it so much, but it probably evened up in lots of ways, and that's why we've got a level game.
Well, one of the reasons this game is so good is because most of the sets have gone to 5 legs.
Yes, let's just go through. Wayne Warren and Jim Williams. First set 1-3, second set 2-3, third set 3-2, fourth set 3-2, fifth set 3-2, sixth set 0-3, seventh set 3-1, and the eighth set 3-2. Been a cracker.
25.
There are some people out there in the world of sport who don't believe that darts is physically testing.
135.
Do what these guys are doing for 2 to 3 hours and see how you feel in the morning. They're going through the mental fuel tank right now, seeing what's left.
Well, Jim admitted to me after his game last night that he was running out of gas. He said we were both of us running on the extra. Oh, look at this brilliant darts for double 12. Would have won it, but he'll be back again for a double 12 that I'd rather fancy he'll get. He said we were both running on reserve last night. He said, and I just managed to hang on in there and
59
to the final.
When you require 24. Here's on the
No problem on a double 12. Just like you said, Gwynny. Had a lovely sight of the last time he was there.
Second leg is Jim to throw first. Game on.
Yes, it's remarkable because where he missed 3 double 18s, which cost him the set.
60.
The very next time he won, the very next leg, he won on the double 18 with his first start. And the same happened with Williams. He missed 2 double tops. He stepped in. Next time Williams wants it, the very next leg he won on double top first start, and so they could both be thinking, why, you know, it's incredible.
They'll think that those instances were probably in a previous match.
84.
This one has gone really long so far, and it's a long way from being finished. But what I love about this final, apart from the standard, is that both players are representing Wales with different colours. The colours of St David on the shirt of Jim Williams, and the traditional red and white of Wayne Warren. So Wales should be very, very proud of these two boys here. They've had great players,
134.
male and female, over the years. They do, of course, have the honour of the first ever girls World Master in Janine Goff years back. Multiple world champions, world masters like Alan Evans, And heavy hitters in the game right now, like these two.
Yes, Alan Evans originates from Ferndale, which is a couple of miles away from Wayne and company.
140.
Down there in the Ronda. Hotbed of darts, absolutely. I mean, wherever you go in Britain,
60.
you'll find a
Junior
hotbed
require
of darts
83.
somewhere, but it's a little bit hotter down there, if you see what I mean.
Indeed. And before I forget, I've got to mention World Master Julie Gore. What a player she was.
Yes, she was. And she'll no doubt be watching.
66 left for Jim. It's bullseye.
58.
Not quite. And Wayne Warren might be looking at that bullseye in a few seconds if he gets one of the big trebles he needs.
Yes, 61 left, 11. Ball he wants, as predicted by Mr. Nicholson. And you didn't say he'd get it. Come on, Paul. If you're going to predict, at least go all the way. Brilliant finish.
Game on.
Absolutely wonderful.
Well, Wayne Warren is smiling for a very good reason. He's saying, oh, there's the bullseye. He's barely had a bull finish in the tournament. He's had so many shots at it. Now he finds one in the final.
140.
Yeah, apart from being a brilliant way to finish the leg, it's also a leg against the throw, and it puts him in pole position now to go and win this his fifth set, the ninth of the match.
Yeah, he's in pole position, all right. There's only one more pit stop between him and the checkered flag, and that will be after this set.
140.
First to 7 though, still work to do for whichever one prevails. And you certainly
97.
wouldn't write either of them off should they fall behind.
Well, whoever wins it, it's going to be some story, but Wayne Warren, if he wins this title, will become the oldest world champion ever.
95.
And I first saw him obviously a good few years ago, as you did, but I actually commentated on matches as recently as 2014, and I would say he's one of the most improved players in the BDO. He's always been
60.
a decent player,
Wayne
but I've seen this week
126.
Wayne Warren like I've never quite seen him before, Paul, and it does go to show that in this game you're never done with. You can still keep improving, whatever your age.
Correct. And if he does
52.
win it, Wayne Warren, he'll become the oldest first-time winner and break the record of Peter Wright that stood for 2 weeks.
He won't mind.
But echo your point, I remember when Wayne Warren was beaten by my mate Ronnie Dawson down at Glamorgan in a county game.
Yeah.
Wayne played terribly that day.
Wayne, you require
Look what he's
74.
doing. 19 years later, possibly going in front in a world final.
Well, he now wants 60, which means he now wants double top to win the set.
54.
But Williams
Junior require
144, got to take it, you would have to say.
This will be some way to save the set. Has not been his set at all. He's always chasing Wayne Warren. When he comes back into the match, it
96.
seems the match has settled
Wayne,
into
you
a pattern.
require 20.
Wayne Warren then to take the lead again.
Game
To take the lead again, he hits double 10.
Jim to throw first.
We're going to carry
Game
on,
on.
they're going to carry on, and let's just hope we get more of the same, because this is really good stuff. Two great players giving us first-class entertainment.
60.
Well, at this point, Gwynny, I'm going to pay tribute to you because this evening you have joined an elite list yourself, and that is one of only 3 people in history to have called a PDC and
121.
BDO World Final, and you're joining the great Sid Waddell and, of course, Darth Maple John Part. So congratulations, John.
Well, thank you, that's very good. It's a great honour, actually. I covered this tournament for 10 years
55.
for BBC Radio, and you've commentated on both World Championships on the radio, but that ain't quite the same, is it? Well, let's forget that now, because it's about them, not about us. And Wayne Warren hits yet another 180, banging it in there, his 9th of the match. And I'm going to say his 43rd of the
100.
tournament.
Jim Williams may feel that that break came at the right time just to maybe regroup for the last time,
100.
and now he needs to hit everything he possibly can. If he's been pacing himself, that's now out the window. Every dart is crucial.
Well, Williams, the quiff.
58.
You can see why they
Wayne
call him
Uruguay,
that.
100.
As he's had a good time, Tony. You've enjoyed his company, haven't we? But the quiff, as he's known, led 2-0, and since then,
62.
since Warren managed to come back and level up at 2 sets all, Williams has never again been in the lead.
I mentioned to Matt Smith at the top of the show that if Wayne went 2-0 down, like he did in the semi-finals, he wouldn't panic.
94.
He did everything but
Wayne Uruguay,
panic.
38.
Going to split 38 again, second time in the match. This time he gets it, no problem whatsoever. Had a bit of trouble the last time he was in that spot. Not now, looking very confident.
Second leg is Wayne to throw first.
Nick Kenny in the crowd
Game
there,
on.
another Welsh player who was in this tournament, looking on and applauding.
Against the throw again. Really putting on the pressure now.
60.
He's won 4 legs on the trot since he narrowly lost the 8th set when this man levelled it up at 4 sets all. If you remember, Warren lost. He had 2 darts at double to win that set. He'd have gone 5-3 up, and assuming things would have happened as they have done, he'd of course been further ahead now. That's not always the case, mind you.
41.
The ifs and buts don't always work out quite how you might assume they would. But certainly the swings and roundabouts of this game have really made it for me.
He did, of course, a couple of years ago have a real classic when it was McGeaney
46.
against Durrant. And that went pretty much all the way to the end.
Yep.
And McGeaney mismatched darts. Durrant held onto the title only just. Wayne Warren is getting very close to it. If he wins this set, he will then only need 1 set out of 3.
It's a test then of Williams' ability to scrap. I think
40.
having seen his game yesterday and the odd game in the past, he can, but he must if Warren goes on to win this set.
100.
The 140s has dried up a little. We had that 180 in that towards the end of the previous set. His 9th in the case of Wayne Warren, but come on, he says again, and it usually obeys.
47.
Well, it didn't then.
Wayne Uruguay, 160.
6 darts from here. Great position, especially when you're 1-0 up in the set. Didn't want that one.
80.
How's the score? And that's all right when Jim Williams is on 268.
Yes, just got to get that consistency down the middle. That's one of the great things about this
81.
game.
Wayne
Even if they
Uruguay,
haven't scored
80.
180s and 100s, they've been down the line usually. Just beginning to get tired now a bit, and the odd dart straying into the 1 and the 5. He's setting this up nicely. Wants tops, has to move over to open up
40.
the target, and at least he has the luxury of knowing he'll be back again.
That dart at tops was known as a professional miss because it was way north. He's thinking, if I'm coming back, I'd much rather have it at tops than 10s.
100.
Now he has to hit it.
Wayne Uruguay, 40.
She can hardly watch. He has to.
He's on the second leg. Wayne Warren.
Yeah, the professional dart followed by the one that really matters.
Game on.
I'll put it this way, Gwynny, Lisa's not going to have to get her nails done for a while because she's going to have none left.
Not so much as hitting the lipstick as biting the nail varnish.
140.
But bit of lipstick there about Williams' visit. He'll be pleased at that.
I think Sid would have been very proud of that line, wouldn't he?
29.
Yes.
Very good indeed.
Well, people say to me, what's the best thing Sid ever said to you? And I said, when he used to say, I wish I'd said that, Johnny boy. He's a lovely bloke.
Very clever man, or Sid.
Look at that. Look at that. Don't write Williams off, not that we have.
He's finding himself more often now, though, as Wayne has one on the floor, which was in the 60, but didn't have enough power behind it. He's finding himself 2 legs down in the set too often. He's been backed into a corner repeatedly.
60.
60 will do after a 180. If you're getting a 140 per throw, that's another way of doing it.
I get the feeling that Wayne is already thinking about the next leg, which he will throw first in to strike and go 6-4 ahead.
Yeah, I remember thinking that earlier when I was off air, like watching every leg carefully, watching every dart carefully,
57.
and logging the bits and pieces into my notes. And yeah, he will. Got to keep going, trying to get the score.
125.
But I think you're right. He will have thought maybe
64.
the next one's where I've really got to attack him.
That leaves 88. That's actually a really good guide for Jim Williams.
56.
He hasn't used it, and Wayne Warren has got an outside chance to take the set right here. This will be the biggest finish of the match.
And it's on. Treble 19. That sleeves top. That's not a bad effort. Williams now's got to get this double 4.
8.
9 out of 10 times this wouldn't be a problem. So much pressure on it though. Double 1. He's got it. What a lovely dot from Jim Williams. Survival stuff from him.
Well, that's only the second double 1 of the match. The earlier one was right at the end of the 4th set. Sorry, the 3rd set. And it was this man who needed it. If you remember, he got single 6, he got single 3, and then he went 1 double 1. And had he not got that, he'd have lost the set probably. That was just as important, even though it wasn't a set winner, because it certainly might have been a set loser had he missed.
Yeah, correct. That double 1 from Wayne earlier was quite incredible, because the single, he covered the right side of the bed and he had to go to the left of the double, and he hit it right in the left corner. You can actually still see the puncture mark he left in it.
Yes, yes.
81.
Yes, it's top left in that little double 1 there. Right, top left, right, almost in the 20 on the wire.
Right. I've had a text from Stephen Bunting, former champion, of course. He's sitting at home watching the final, saying it's
97.
a belter of a game here.
Yeah, he'll remember the day that he was up there playing Alan Norris. Steve, a massive
100.
Liverpool fan, and Alan Norris, a massive City fan. It was Liverpool who won on that occasion, I'm sad to say, Paul.
Hey, I'm on the fence for that.
But I like them both. They're both good pals of yours and mine. Lovely lads.
60.
I believe that was 6 years ago.
Yeah, it is. It is 6 years ago.
Time flies. And right now, Warren's darts are flying in the right direction. What a way to set up a set-winning chance in a leg where we thought he was going to kick forward to try and take it to 6-4 up. He's on tops after 12. Amazing darts.
And there's very little that Williams can do about it,
when you require
because
40.
tops he wants for a 13 darter. Treble 10. Double 5. I don't remember anybody having to go for this before in this match anyway. But somebody has, because it's there's a puncture on the far right. But that is brilliant, holding himself together to plant that in the green bit. and now goes 6 sets to 4 ahead.
What a position to be in if you're Jim Williams.
11
You now need 3 straight sets against someone who's playing one of the best games of their life. The odds are stacked. Does Williams have what it takes to deny the first World Championship to Wayne Warren? He would become the oldest World Champion ever.
2 sets to 0 down.
124.
That's the beauty of the long format. You have time for recovery, and then to add to the recovery, to forge ahead, and then have to withstand a comeback from your foe like that. Against the throw, Williams knows he has to win this leg. Does what he does right, 180, and then Warren hits a 140.
Jim Williams knows now that holds of throw and breaks of throw are pretty much out the window. When it comes to every leg, he has to contend in them all. If he doesn't take his chances from here, he's going to lose this game.
Always looks super cool. I know that perspiration on his face tells you that he's inwardly boiling hot.
Here's Wayne Warren going to win this 7-4 with 80 off 154. Treble 14 will be the target, and he's got that right in the middle.
By Jove,
137.
that was good.
It's got to be said, John, Wayne Warren has just been too good the last couple of sets.
Yep. Williams has actually, his game hasn't dipped any in all due respect. Let's not put the mockers on him, Paul. He's definitely weighing this one up nice and carefully.
16.
So a chance now for Williams. And he's got to break the throw.
40.
He hit the 180, which helped him, but
well, Wayne Warren's just had a really fierce word with double 16 and double 8. Jim Williams has got to hit this double 5 now. Can he do what Warren just did?
35.
He can't. Worried fans of Jim Williams in the
16.
crowd. And Wayne Warren automatically thought he was going to hit double 16 last time out. This time he thinks a little bit more before he goes for it.
and gets it brilliantly. Forget the past, it's in the present. That double 8. Williams should have won that leg in my opinion. Warren of course had his chance before, but once one man misses, usually the other man has hit in this game. That's an exception to the rule. Maybe a sign of the tension, though he looks tremendously relaxed.
We talked at length this week about how players are learning about themselves in game, and right now, you're right, John, Wayne Warren is playing well, as is Jim Williams adding to that 180 tally, but Wayne Warren hasn't been this relaxed all week.
60.
You're right. Williams, by the way, hitting his 12th 180. He's now had 30 in the tournament, and as against Wayne Warren's 44.
60.
He's at 10 tonight.
Again, is he thinking about the next leg? He's thinking about holding his throw 3 times to win the trophy.
Doesn't have to go for the bull if he got the treble 17, and I doubt whether he would have done, because he was presented with that earlier in the game, wasn't he? And he just picked out the big 18 and then took out the 32 with his first dart.
45.
Somewhat
Jimmy
relaxed
requires
throw
64.
in resignation in the second leg of the 11th. Williams can stroll to victory in this leg with double 16.
32.
Well, he's got a little bit of time, but it was Wayne Warren who lost a leg from this kind of position earlier in the match. He recovered afterwards.
45.
This is definitely his
Jimmy
worst leg
requires
probably since the
32.
start of the game. But I think you summed it there, Nico. He's not really concerned about this leg, though he may be wishing he'd been a bit closer. That sorted that out. Right, 1-1 in this set.
Third leg, it's Wayne to throw first. Game
Somewhat
on.
synchronised celebration from Team Williams there. They still believe. All of a sudden, Wayne Warren finds range again when he comes back on throw. 2 legs away from the title.
It's another one of those, isn't it? Like we were saying before, from 8 up to 4s, there's a sort of rhythm about it. There's a kind of
100.
added accuracy attached to it, I believe.
Well, if you're a beginner in darts, it's the kind of shot that you'd have to
140.
reposition yourself in. In the game, we call it a recalibration. Sometimes you've got to change your body position, but a lot of players can just swing their body to the right and get it done, just like Jim did.
140.
He's impressing me again, Williams. He really is. Digging deep.
123.
Immense.
Yeah.
Ton 140-123 from Wayne Warren, forcing Williams
To do
to
the
not
same.
miss.
Yeah. Ton 140 and this.
100.
Brilliant stuff. To land himself on 81 after just 9 darts. 80. So that's 98, 40 left. And he's got to
Jimmy
take it
require
out.
81.
Otherwise, he loses. Crazy game, this. Crazy.
Great leg of darts from both players. He's got to keep straight in the 12. He gets the treble, he gets the bonus for the bigger section, which is double 13.
55.
That miss, it could signal the first curtain closing
require 40.
on the tournament for Jim Williams if Wayne Warren hits tops.
Landed rather weakly,
Game's
and
on
that
the
didn't.
third leg. Wayne Warren.
So, one leg away,
Jim to throw first. Game on.
and he did exactly what he was asking himself to do, hold the throw. But what an effort from Williams to try and deny him that. 1 dart at double 13
85.
to go ahead himself in the set. Now he's got to start working all over again and hope that his compatriot
60.
has a weak leg.
Well, if you're a dart player playing in your bedroom, your pub, your club, your academy, county stage, you always think about how you would feel if you were 1 leg away from a world title. Wayne Warren is in that position right now, and he's going to have 2 chances to win the match in this set.
95.
A luxurious position, considering how he's been playing.
Well, if he wins it, I'm tempted to go to Treherbert Rugby Football Club tonight and have a decent night out. It'll be swinging in there. I think it will either way,
97.
Paul. Well, he wants this leg, doesn't he, to win it? But Williams, at the moment,
Williams is going to have 6 darts from 179.
the front runner.
125.
Good last start, though, just in case.
Well, again, it's going to be potentially a set that goes all the way. A do-or-die situation, which it is for Williams already.
100.
Steady ton. Warren is thinking 140 plus.
$25, take that away, 196, Wayne. You can't go for treble 20, that's what he's thinking. And in the
32.
end, we could just say that was a
Jimmy
messy
requires
visit.
79.
And I don't mean the footballer messy. That's 9, so he's looking now. He doesn't have to go he's gone for treble 18, hoping to get it, obviously,
47.
but that'll square it off nicely for him for 32. His big leg is the next one, isn't it, Paul?
Still got to get rid of the 32. If Warren can pressure him, which he is going to, just doesn't know where he wants to go. The right call, and now this 32. If you don't hit it, Jim, you might lose it in the next minute.
Double 8. For once it's been favourable to him. It hasn't been of late, but there he matched it perfectly, measured it perfectly, and we are level game in this 11th set.
140.
Well, a ton 40, and we're looking there for a moment. Was it a maximum? It's still a formidable score, and Williams somehow has got to at least match it.
Well, Jim Williams has got to have the leg of his life here. He's got to break Wayne Warren, who started with a 140.
They're playing one leg of 3 with 6-1. Warren having the throw. Oh, dear me! Will Williams now match that one to stay in touch? Brilliant dart. Brilliant dart. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant darts! Fantastic!
What survival instincts from Jim Williams. Oh, what a ton from Wayne Warren. He is going to get a shot for the title. It will be at 1-2-1, which he's already hit in the match.
How he could do with a treble again now. Sacrifice one of those from before.
60.
It's not quite happened. 1-2-1 against 1-2-1. 1-2-1, he now wants 61. He stops. He waits. He reassembles. Now he wants the bullseye.
71.
I'm not sure which wire that hit, Gwynny.
Gone on the floor. And Williams, to save his bacon, wants 1-2-1 as well. It may well be the same route. Now he needs treble 17.
Well, Wayne, it's all up to you now. This is the position you put yourself in. The 25 was hit, but it came out. And now he is 50 points from the title. Option is 10 for tops, 18 for double 16, and once he's made his mind up, it's time to execute the plan.
Wants tops for the title.
Game.
And he gets tops for the title! Wayne Warren, the oldest man to win